Hello everyone and welcome to this review of the third episode of Attack on Titans. So for this episode I can already hear people say, yeah, I didn't like it, nothing happened, what are they doing, I don't want a flashback episode, SNK, why are you doing? But when I do agree that sometimes flashback can be a little bit annoying and not needed, I feel like this one was, well, not needed, but helped us like understanding the psychology behind Reiner. And yes, you're gonna tell me that we didn't really learn nothing new about his psychology, like that he has regrets regarding what he did in the Paradise Island. That is something that we already knew, but all the things that we learned in that episode helped us understanding him even more. And actually, I heard that the second and third episode in the manga are like flashbacks. Like this period of the manga is supposed to be a lot of flashbacks, and actually Mappa edited a lot out of all the flashbacks that are in the manga. I don't know about it. I'm not reading it. It's just some things that I heard. So that they chose to keep this specific one, I understand that choice. I understand that choice because we understand even more why Reiner is the way he is, why he looked and sounds so disoriented when he was fighting and talking about his fight and the fact that he was a soldier to Eren, Mikasa and stuff. We saw what it meant to him in the beginning to be one of those soldiers, those who are able to fight with those original titans. I don't know if they're called originals or I don't know what they call, if you know. Please let me know because I have memory troubles. But yeah, for him it was an honor. It was a way for him to be accepted by the Mar people. It was a way for him to be accepted by his father. It was a way for him to be reunited with his father and have a normal kind of family and see his mom being happy again. And just before he left Mar, he realized that all the hopes that he had were based on some kind of a lie, and all of the efforts that he did was also for nothing. Everything that he did, everything that he believed in, everything that he fought for, everything, or at least at the time, he thought that everything was for nothing and everything was a lie. And this was even before they got into the island, the Paradise Island, right? And he held onto the fact that he would bring peace to Eldians by going to Mar and getting back the King's Titan. That was what kept him going, right? Imagining that the people that he was going to fight was like evil people. Even the fact that he got the Colossal Titan was for him a kind of satisfaction, saying to him that all you did wasn't for nothing, all your effort wasn't for nothing. And when Marcel told him that he got the Colossal Titan not because of his effort and because he was worthy, but just because he badmouthed his brother in order to save him, kind of, it even had a bigger hit on him, like mentally speaking, because once again everything he believed was just a lie. He didn't get the Colossal Titan because he was worthy, but because he was the last choice, kind of. It's basically it. The fact that right after that Marcel died for him, once again put a hit on him, like mentally speaking. Why am I here for? Why am I fighting for? And the last thing he could hold on to, like psychologically, was the fact that he was sure that he was fighting for what was good and for what was right, that he was going to go in that Paradise Island for what was good, to protect his people, to protect what his values were. And the thing is, when he got there, he also realized that everything that was told to him was a lie. He got to understand the people living in the Paradise Island. He got to understand their struggle. He felt compassion for them, for those people that were supposed to be just mere devils and like awful people. That's what he was told his entire life. And once he arrived there, he realized that it absolutely wasn't the case. And he even got to fall in love there, Historia. Imagine if you were raised in an environment and like years after you just discover that everything that you that was told to you is just a lie. Plus, he must feel like really guilty because Annie, Bertolt, and him pursued this mission because he wanted to, because he didn't want to die, and he ended up causing Bertolt to die because if they didn't like continue the mission, they would just have gotten back to Mars, and maybe they would have died, all of them, or maybe not. We don't know about that, and we will never know. And Annie is kind of, it's not really like she's dead, but she is in the end of the enemy, so she's not in a good position either. I guess that he must feel a lot of guilt because of that, because the story is where it is basically because of his action, because he was too much of a coward to accept his fate, kind of, and just push things forward for him to keep persuading himself that he wasn't in the wrong and he was worth something. That's the thing, he wanted to prove that he was worth something, be it for him or for his mom, I don't know, for something, or for even for his father, but he wanted to prove his worth, and by doing it he caused so much pain in the process, and he just shattered everything he believed in. The life of Elgians in Mar are they are based on the ideology that they are demons, and that people that left them to go to the Paradise Island are also demons, like even more demons than them, because those people give up on their own kind of. This episode is about all that. We kind of understand the parallel that is being made between Reiner and Eren. Both of them wanted to prove something. Both of them wanted to, I don't know, to aspire to bigger things, and were very motivated by that. And just both of them were just hit by reality, in the face, that the reality that things is not as simple as him bad, him good, and I'm gonna fight the good one, especially not in this case, in this situation. We also saw Reiner, that the weight of all that was so heavy on him that he tried to kill himself, and realized that he still had to do something here, protect the youngest generation from following the path that he followed and totally destroying himself. That's what he wanted to do. And I misunderstood something. I thought that when you got the Titans, when you got the Titan, you only got 7 years to live, but no, it's actually Eren that only has 7 years left. It's 13 years, and he already ate some of those years, but when you have the Titan, you only have 13 years. Not 7, it's 13. That was my mistake. And it was 7, and Eren has 7 years back then. Since now we are in the future, he has even less than that. Let's remember this. I don't know if everyone like caught that, but they also talk about something, having something related to the bestial Titan's blood. Apparently his blood is special or something, and I don't think that they are talking about Sig's blood, since we know, I mean, if you follow the third season, you know that Sig has royal blood inside of him, but I felt like this was a secret from the first episode, so I don't think they're talking about that. Maybe they are, but I thought it was a secret to Mars, that to everyone actually, that Sig kept it a secret, so maybe it's something else. If it is, please don't tell me. If it's not, please don't tell me either. But yeah, that's just a question that I have. That to me, this episode was good. Yes, there wasn't a lot of action, but it helped us understand even more Reiner. Even if we already knew that he struggled, we understand more why. And that's why flashbacks are for. Kind of like, they give more depth to characters, and in this case it's a good use of flashback. And I understand why people don't really like flashbacks, but sometimes you kind of, sometimes it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that here we needed it, but it's not a bad thing. One example that I can give of bad flashback use is the animated show Blood of Zeus, which has a terrible use of flashback, because the thing with flashback is you stop the story for you to have time to explain a little bit more things about characters or about the situation and stuff. You stop the story to give context. And if you do that like for too long, people are gonna get bored. So you don't want to overuse it. And at the end of the episode, like at the end of the episode, those people really took us for idiots. Maybe you noticed what needed to be noticed. But I think but yeah, it was funny to see. And regarding this character, I want to say for all of those YouTubers out there, I mean, technically I am too a YouTuber. Am I? Yeah, never mind. Please stop using those type of thumbnails. Because it's extremely annoying because it's spoiled right there, right in front of your eyes. To me, at least when you put a picture like that in a thumbnail and you kind of explain what the picture is in the title, it is spoiled. To me, at least. Maybe it's not for you. If it's not, like, it's good, but to me it is. So yeah, that's what I have to say for this episode. And if you like this video, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later. Next week or this week, because I want to talk about the end of this Jujutsu Kaisen arc. An arc just ended, and I wanted to talk about that. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I have to say. Bye.